A round of applause for the evening. Let's hear it for the amazing Noriko Tadano. What an extraordinary start. What an extraordinary sound, so powerful and so transportive. It was a really beautiful set. Thank you so much. I'd just like to start by acknowledging that the land that we're meeting on tonight is the traditional lands of the Kaurna people. I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. This always was and always will be Aboriginal land. I want to extend that sentiment by sharing a song that's written from the perspective of this land that we walk on that used to be treated so respectfully and listened to so carefully and appreciated with, cultures that actually listen to and pay attention to the needs of the land with the deep respect to know that we rely on it. And I think we have a lot to learn from some of those wisdoms. I'm lost by the light of the silvery moon, lost by the light of the silvery moon. It held my hope and waited, held my hope and waited, held my hope and waited. I couldn't find peace by the leaf-stained stream. I couldn't find peace by the leaf-stained stream. It held my hope and waited, held my hope and waited, held my hope and waited. Fragments of misty morn, my eyes been cut by paper, stumbling blind in a place I know. She took my hand and waited, and it goes untold, these memories of old. They go untold, these memories of old. The whole truth is held in a drop of rain. The whole truth is held in a drop of rain. But we decline to taste it. We decline to taste it. We decline to taste it. Our secrets held in the old cool stone. Our secrets held in the old cool stone. Hold me there, I'm safe now. Hold me there, I'm safe now. Hold me there, I'm safe now. If you can't say it like you mean it, then write it down for later. She will wait to hear it. Souls lifted from the pavement, and it goes untold, these memories of old. They go untold, these memories of old. Now, I'm no astrophysicist by a long stretch of the imagination, But I do like reading about fascinating things in the universes that we live in. And one of these things, and any physicists in the room may correct me if I'm wrong, is that there was the Big Bang and everything expands and expands and expands. And then there is theoretically a point where things start contracting again, back down into nothing. And I like to think that maybe there's a chance that on a much smaller scale, the Industrial Revolution will have a similar expand and contract. I think that's the hope that I'm holding on to, is that we keep growing and building and getting bigger and taking over more and more parts of the planet, leaving less and less room for all of the cool stuff like trees and fungi and stuff. And I hope that we do the contract thing soon enough. Anyway, this song is kind of about that.
That just happened to the band, in fact. Like, our band was growing. We
started
off
as
a two-piece. Then we are a three-piece now, which is the band. And then we grew our band by two more lady backing singers. So they stole my parts. They stole my vocal parts, soprano parts. And I was relegated back to like baritone parts. But they're not here because of COVID. So I got my soprano parts back.
So we're living the truth of our songs. Small gun to glass, the future has passed. Just push the pedals round, don't stop to ask before the bang. All this was spring-loaded. Why spend energy resisting? Certainty is pre-programmed. Furthest we'll get is the end of the string. Then we'll shoot backwards, recoil the spring, and on it goes. La 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 la. Round. Don't stop to ask before the bang. All this was spring-loaded. Why spend energy resisting? Certainty is pre-programmed. Furthest we'll get is the end of the string. Then we'll shoot backwards, recoil the spring, and on it goes. La 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 la. This next song's called Spinning Heads. It's off our debut EP, which we had a lot of fun dreaming up and putting together in the COVID times, shaping our sound and layering lots of vocal harmonies that we couldn't really replicate live, and then finding some beautiful angels to join us on stage. As Gareth mentioned, they're not with us tonight. So this song is about how you can feel quite, I don't know, I live in the Adelaide Hills and you can kind of get in your little bubble up there, and your tranquil little environment, very, very lucky, very blessed to be up there. And then suddenly, you know, big adventures down to the big smoke, to the city, and there's lights and advertising, and apparently Christmas is coming and we all need to shop and buy things, and it's very overwhelming and I get very dizzy. So I wrote a song about it. You keep telling me to slow down. Well, I was traveling too fast to see that you're right. Now the time has come, won't slow down. Well, all the colors, they shine much brighter now. But my head still spins. The state I was in, it lingers. Still, thoughts won't hold still. Ideas float around my head like butterflies. Time. Oh, is it I'm dizzy, or is the world just spinning the wrong way around today? Around today, oh, is it I'm dizzy, or is the world just spinning the wrong way around today? Around today, da-da-day, 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 da-da-da-da-day. Well, I keep trying to rein it in, but all that rainy made colors run in my eyes. Past the scissors, cut the string. I'm blinded by dripping wet wing butterflies. Love, la 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 la, la la, la la, love, la 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 la, la la. Oh, my head still spins. The state I was in, it lingers. Still, thoughts won't hold still. Ideas float around my head like butterflies. Time. Oh, is it I'm dizzy, or is the world just spinning the wrong way around today? Around today, or is it I'm dizzy, or is the world just spinning the wrong way around today? Around today, da-da-day, 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 da-da-da-da-day. It's your time to shine, soprano. On through the dust to center eye, slash self-doubt across the scarlet sky. I hide my hope in the boot of my right, swallow sand from the clouds to bury my pride. Somewhere on the road, somewhere on the road, somewhere on the road. Shifting sands, no glory in a war that begins where it ends. Give a spade to the ones who'll take a stand. There's too much power in not enough hands. Writhing heat and warped by wind, I choke at the thought of the state I'm in. June by June, dust by dusk, I lend my thoughts to the woman I trust. Somewhere on the road, somewhere on the road, somewhere on the road. Shifting sands, no glory in a war that begins where it ends. Give a spade to the ones who take a stand. There's too much power in not enough hands. Well, I need more time for my changing stripes. Changing stripes. I need more time for my changing stripes. I need more time for my changing stripes. For my changing stripes. Moving a mountain of shifting sands, no glory in a war that begins where it ends. Give a spade to the ones who take a stand. There's too much power in not enough hands. Oh, 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 For a while I've tried to work out the best way to explain this next song and the vision behind it. I realised actually last night that probably the best way is if you try and imagine that you're a bat. Because I had a dream where I could see the world based on sound waves. Like, bats obviously can't see, but they can still perceive the world. So and what would it look like? What would that feeling be like? Just to have this map of this whole room based on how the sound was bouncing back to you. I think that's cool. And then if you didn't think that was cool enough, that is also how we first saw our little baby when he was inside my tummy, because we bounced sound waves off his little head and it made a picture, and then we got to keep the little picture, and that was the first time that we saw it. If you're feeling like you're running low on power and you can't go on, take a dive down deep into a single song. Any song you see it with your eyes closed. Music and the melodies ebb and flow, you see it. If you sink down low, music and the melodies fall and grow. If you're missing her and she's gone, if you're missing her and she's gone, well, take a dive down deep into a single song. Any song you see it with your eyes closed. Music and the melodies ebb and flow, you see it. If you sink down low, music and the melodies fall and grow. Oh, you can't see it, but the sound makes waves. You can't see it, but your sound makes waves. If you're feeling like you're running low on power and it's all in vain, and if you're standing at the front of the door in the pouring rain, well, take a dive down deep into a single song. Any song you see it with your eyes closed. Music and the melodies ebb and flow, you see it. If you sink down low, like us, the music sometimes has to fall to grow. Has to fall to grow, has to fall to grow, has to fall to grow. Oh, you can't see it, but the sound makes waves. You can't see it, but your sound makes waves. Sometimes has to fall to grow. Satomi Onishi on the drums. lot of my songs are inspired by nature, and I think it's a problem that folk singers across the world are having at the moment, that nature is dwindling, and our creative resource, that's an endless source for our imaginations that stimulates our great poetry, is now linked with the feeling of despair and loss. And I try and keep track of everything that's happening, reading the latest IPCC reports and reading the latest Guardian green light articles, and sometimes it all gets too much. In fact, very regularly it all gets too much, and I just want to hide under a rock and cry. But I know that that's not a great way to be an activist, so I work through that feeling and come out the other side of it and try and take some action. But this song is about that first feeling of just wanting it to stop and be good again. You find me in a ditch. I like it there when the water runs. A pedant would call it a creek then. I'm still waiting for the rain. You might find me on a tin roof. It gets dangerous in the wet. I tell you, it's awfully safe right now. I'm still waiting. Where will we go when the rain has been rained out? And what is the plan if we've poisoned the lake? What can we give to beg forgiveness after so many years of take? Could we ever replace things we cannot repay? Will you find me in the flames? I had time to leave but couldn't decide which way, so I'm standing here as it burns, still deciding. I lost myself in a report. It had awful news of the things that we've done. We could fix it if we start, but we're still waiting. Where will we go when the rain has been rained out? And what is the plan if we poison the lake? What can we give to beg forgiveness after so many years of take? Could we ever repay things we cannot replace? The sum of our mistakes. Still waiting, still waiting, still waiting for the change. of new songs. I'm just going to jump into this one. You can guess what it's about, but I'll give you a hint. We took a little break recently to bring a gorgeous little boy into the world. Yay! And he's here tonight with his little headphones on. Sorry if we're being too loud, Jane. Take me for a drive, babe. I wouldn't notice any of the scenery. I wouldn't comment on a thing we did. I wouldn't know, not where we ended up, 'cause you'll be there, and I will be with you. You'll be there, and I will be with you. I will be with you. There's a chance I have gone a little wrong all this time. I've been spending on my own. It took me a while to notice I was bleeding. It took even longer to wash it in the kitchen sink and hang myself up to dry. So I'd be ready to go outside, and I'll need to go outside, 'cause you'll be there, so I will be with you. You'll be there, so I'll be right there with you. I'll be right there with you. Ooh, ah, ah. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, we're both waiting, we are waiting for you. We're both waiting, we are waiting for you to come outside.
That song about baby.
Yes, and this is the song from the other side of that wild ride that is birth. Because I wanted to write a song that reflects on this. That's just one of the coolest thing about babies, particularly this baby. Maybe I'm biased, but definitely biased. But I just get so swept up in his amazing sense of like wonder and awe at the world. Everything is just completely mind-blowing and extraordinary. And we all used to feel like that all of the time, just completely excited and blown away by the extraordinary world that we've been thrust into. So maybe sometimes, just even for a fraction of a second, we can remember that ecstasy. The tears that he cries are free, flowing over the rocks till the seas come in. Oh, we don't feel, we don't feel like that anymore. His sky blue love scatters the wind, hovering close like birds on a wing. A flash of color, a kite split silence into halves. Who loves like that anymore? Teach me how to be that way. Teach me how to be that way. And I won't forget, no, I won't forget again this time. Show me the things I've forgotten to see. Mundane to most is to you ecstasy. A flash of wonder, your sparks splits night skies into stars. Whose hearts can do that anymore? To be that way. Teach me how to be that way. And I won't forget, no, I won't forget again this time. We like creating interesting soundscapes with lots of textures, and every time we think of a new idea, we have to add a new instrument. Gareth here is on 2 keyboards. Not even going to start to name the amount of things that Satomi is wearing in addition to what she's playing to make these worlds come alive. But this one is, this was written actually deep in pregnancy, where I was spending a lot of time, I don't know, thinking about being an animal, being a mammal, and dreaming about the waterways. And I did have this one particularly memorable dream where this walked down to the swamp, and it was all dark, and there was mist hanging low, and there was this silhouette at the edge of this swampy, muddy lake. And as this figure turned, I could see that he had these broad shoulders of a man, body of a man, giant head of a platypus. Terrifying, beautiful, striking. Turned and said to me and looked at me right in the eyes and said, "You must protect these waterways. You have all been neglecting your duties to these waterways." So it was very powerful, and I thought, God, yes, right, we've got to get onto it. So the next day, I was down there with my gloves on, ripping out the blackberries. All is clear with the color drained. Hills scoop clear of the valley moon. Paths lead me to the waterways by amphibious bubbling tune. Scrubby thicket is a mess by day, has been moon smooth to ambient grey, and the gift drifts in on summer breeze is clarity. Platypus man, he turned to me, stared through my bones and blood. You're this water, these stones, this mud. Till you cross the river, don't let it dry. Follow it where it runs. Oh, this water, these stones, this mud. Ooh. Lepidopter's eyes on a shoulder blade watched as we laid the little soul to rest on a bed of hay. Pebbles in the creek crunch underfoot. Creature digs for water that the apple farmer took. you cross the river, don't let it dry. Follow it where it runs. Oh, this water, these stones, this mine. Platypus man, he turned to me, stared through my bones and blind. Yo, this water, these stones, this mine. Till you cross the river, don't let it dry. Follow it where it runs. Oh, this water, these stones, this mine. Ooh, 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 Thank you. We've got one more song for you. I'll just introduce properly because I haven't yet. This is Satomi Onishi on the drums and percussion. This is Gareth Chin on bass and keyboard, and soprano and what's the other one? The low one, low sounds, and whistling.
Baritone.
Wobble whistler expertise as well brings to the band. Yes, wobble whistle gets clap. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much to the Wheaty for having us. Thanks, Nani, for amazing sound and all that you're doing. Loving your work. Thank you, Aaron, for being so incredible all of the time. And to the Grandies for looking after June. He's gone for a little stroll, I think. So this song is dedicated to beautiful ancient rainforests and all of the little critters that live inside them that help to make the planet livable, from the fungi networks that connect the trees. And indeed, there's research that suggests that helps the trees to communicate with each other. So it's like a amazing brain that we destroy when we do these horrible logging activities. So I'd like to dedicate this song to the amazing work of the Bob Brown Foundation down in Tasmania for the Takena rainforest. This song is for the little critters, all the tiny little things in the forest. Take me to where the rainbows lead the way. Take me to the lands where the Under the earth there are hands holding, hands reaching and spanning the land holding. Hands, roots bring the water up, ants crawling. Ants, trees that breathe out, you breathe links forming. Transferring moss underfoot, and they're giants forming. Giants, giants forming. Giants, giants forming. From water. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming out. Give yourselves a big round of applause. It's so nice to perform in front of you and with you and enjoy this experience together in this room. Thanks if you've tuned in on the live stream as well. And a huge thank you to Noriko Tadano for an amazing set. Thanks so much. Thanks, Wheaty, for having us. And enjoy the rest of your evening.